how do you avoid that porch pirate?
Let's say I'm the bad guy, right? I'm knocking, no one's answering, I'm knocking. It looks like an ordinary vendor that's coming to do an ordinary job at your home.
I don't want to have to deal with that.
Right.
I don't want my wife to have to deal with that.
I opened the door thinking it was a neighbor, and that person forced their way in. He had the wrong home.
I don't know if this is for you.
All right, well, welcome back. We are here doing another segment. Today we're going to talk about some deliver service robberies, that growing threat of porch pirates and people following you home.
Posing as a delivery man, a pizza delivery guy.
In the video, you can see the man bend down and take a package off the porch, hiding it underneath the bag.
Probably the one kind of person, even given neighborhood watches, we said neighborhood watches are very effective. The one person that can seem to kind of slip right through all that is the one that has like AC repair on the side of the van. It looks like an ordinary vendor that's coming to do an ordinary job at your home. So I would dress up like an ordinary vendor. I would start poking around that home. Neighbors look out and go, he's probably getting his AC repaired or something like that.
Well, we do see that, and that is a growing trend where people pose as solar folks or someone that's out there doing door-to-door work.
And then you do go door-to-door. Let's say I'm the bad guy, right? I'm knocking, no one's answering, I'm knocking, because I'm seeing if someone's home.
Exactly.
And if someone does come to the door, I just pull out my clipboard and say, John Smith? And they go, oh no, you must have the wrong, it's over here, right? So it's really pretty benign, right? To show up as a vendor and make your way
It's
into
difficult for the homeowner to know whether you're legit or not. And we know that is a practice that has been used for years and years and years. But in terms of like package theft and property theft, that's been a growing trend, and you see it all the time. I mean, just look on the internet.
You're talking about porch pirates?
Yeah, the porch pirates.
Yeah.
They also go the next step, and they're actually targeting the trucks themselves. So beyond just following the trucks and waiting for the
Amazon
delivery.
Truck?
Yeah, but they're actually doing hostile takeovers of the truck itself.
Oh, interesting.
Why wait for you to go out and deliver 100 packages when I can just steal 100 packages out of your truck? So that's becoming a growing trend as well. But we want to talk about, what do you do to avoid that?
Yeah.
Right? How do you avoid that porch pirate?
Yeah.
And the most simplest terms, the easiest way to do it is to make sure that you have your tracking number, that you're watching it in real time, so that you know, because they're getting really good about letting you know when that package is going to be delivered.
Dropped off, right.
And so you kind of have a good idea. So you want to make sure you're home to intercept that package. They always ring the doorbell when they come, and you know that package is out front. So you want to make sure that you get out there and get it off the porch as quick as you can. If you are in an insecure area, like say you're in a multi-residential home where you're sharing sidewalks and hallways and different things, I would strongly urge you to use the Amazon lockboxes or other similar drop-off locations, because there's going to be a point at which they can't always prevent the theft. And in my case, while I don't have a problem with porch pirates in my particular neighborhood, I, from a safety standpoint, like to have all of my stuff delivered to the Amazon lockbox. Right. Just makes it so much easier. It's on the way home. I can swing in, pick it up,
and there's no extra fee, right? If Amazon gives you a choice where to send it, to your front porch, your work, or a lockbox nearby.
And I think they give you like 3 days to pick it up.
Yeah, so you have plenty of time.
So you have plenty of time to get over and get those things off the porch. But the nice thing about having it as a lockbox away from your home is you're avoiding the very thing you just talked about. Having someone come and pose as a delivery person. They come up, they pick the package up, and they got the clipboard and they look the part. And now you open the door to accept your package. I don't want to have to deal with that. Right. I don't want my wife to have to deal with that. So I make sure that those packages go somewhere secure, and we'll pick them up at a later time. Why expose yourself to that vulnerability voluntarily?
So let me share with you one thing I just love. Now I really love this. With that security screen right there, I can be inside my home. The screen is locked, and I can have that conversation with that vendor. and there's no danger of that vendor forcing their way in. And I share this story with you, and I'm so emphatic about it because it's happened to me. Remember, I told you before I had the security screen business, I opened the door thinking it was a neighbor, and that person forced their way in. He had the wrong home. He's belligerent, agitated, whatever. It could have been really bad if he had a weapon or if I had reacted poorly to it, right? So with the screens, with the security screen door, you can interact with people through the mesh.
Right.
Uber driver, Amazon driver, next door neighbor, or whomever.
So I'm going to build on that because he doesn't like to.
We're getting double points.
Yeah, he doesn't like to toot his own horn on this thing. But from a law enforcement perspective and through my career, I have never seen a product that worked 100% of the time. And I've got to give kudos to Boss Security Screens and to James because the screens to date. Right?
Over 16,000.
Over 16,000 of these things have been installed on homes across the Southwest area, and they still have a zero break-in. Zero break-in. And I don't know anybody that can boast something like that. But if you want to feel truly secure in your home and still be able to open that door and talk to somebody, I find it simply amazing the strength of this material, the strength of the door itself, and the security that it provides. So if you don't want to do the things that I'm talking about, where you don't want to deal with going up to the Amazon, get the screens and go ahead and make sure that you're able to open the door and talk to that person, but they're not going to get in. And I would also urge you to go on to Boss Security Screens and take a look at some of the videos that we've already posted on YouTube, on the website, where James and a host of others are beating these things with hammers and crowbars and knives and cutting at this thing. And you will see for yourself that they are virtually indestructible. Yeah. That's one of the things I think that we should always think about is bang for the buck, right? What do you get for it? And am I wrong or am I right on this on the warranty? It's no break-in guarantee. You got a no break-in guarantee. Yeah, guaranteed. So they're guaranteed. And so you've heard it right here. So you know it's true. It's right there, and everything on the internet is true. We know that, right? Yes, it is. Let's talk about high-risk times. Okay. So we know that package delivery it's going to increase during holidays and seasonal. And so we also know that the Porch Pirate thing is something that's going to happen at an increased frequency during those holidays. Again, we want to look out for each other and we want to look out for our neighbors. So when you start to see packages get delivered, make sure you're paying attention so nobody walks over and steals those things.
It's days before Christmas. Hector sees a young man taking a package off his neighbor's porch.
Personally, it's a mission of mine to be able to find one of those happening in progress so I can maybe go in there and foil such a thing. You're ready to get him. I'm always ready. I miss my law enforcement days. I would love to be able to still go back and do those same things that I used to do, but no, it's just making sure that I'm able to help protect my own neighborhood, prevent one of those thefts from happening. Yeah. So don't forget, we want to make sure that we're thinking about the time of year, we're thinking about the time of day. Again, early morning deliveries, late night deliveries in the dark, because these Amazon drivers are delivering all hours of the day. That also increases the ability to have those things stolen. So think about getting those things delivered in a time frame that you're going to be home. Make sure you know when they're coming through the tracking numbers. That's right. And then you can prevent all this from happening and you don't have to go through the headache of filing an insurance claim. Yeah, it sounds like a no-brainer, but just don't leave that stuff out there. I mean, there's some people that order so much stuff, it just accumulates out there, and it could be there for more than a day. And it's one of those signals where, hey, maybe no one is home, right? Exactly. If all that stuff's piling up there, maybe no one is home. I'll take the stuff off the porch for you right now. I know this stuff sounds fairly elementary and common sense, but just think about how many people are victimized by this every day. Yeah. And it's part of our responsibility and part of our desire to make sure that we remind you, the consumer, the person that's out there, even our neighbors, to make sure that you're always vigilant. Yeah. Make sure that you're always paying attention. And if you just follow some of the few simple steps that we talk about in our videos, you'll find that your safety and your security and your vulnerability will change. So once again, thank you for taking the time to listen to us. We enjoy having you here. Until next time.
Yeah, and before we go, if you have a topic that you want us to address, be sure to share it with us and we'll get it covered.
Excellent.
Ready?
Do it. Have a great day, everyone.